Come on in. Come on in. Excuse me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in. I will not be here long with you. I just got a quick message. Very quick message. Come on in. Wait for some people to come in. Say hello to me. Say hello to me. Excuse me. I don't have any water to clear my throat. I usually have me some water. I left my water at work. But come on in. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Hey, Barbara. How are you doing, Barbara? Is that Eugene or Eugenia? Let me see. I can't see that. Let me turn my brightness up a little. I want to say Eugene. Hello, Eugene. Baton Rouge. Oh, my goodness. Who else is here? But let me get into my message. Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't have any water and I have to clear out my throat. I think that's, inappropriate online, but guess what? I got to get the message out. So you have to excuse me, okay? Listen, when you are chosen, when you are different, and it's not like when I say chosen, I'm not just saying this because, I'm trying to put people above anyone. I'm not saying it like that. When you're chosen, you know that you're chosen, right? When you are chosen, people will intentionally try to misunderstand you. They intentionally misunderstand you. I used to think that I was just so difficult to deal with. I was just so, so complicated. And it wasn't that I was complicated. It was just that people who see that light on you and know that you're different, right? They want to treat you as, you're crazy. They want to treat you like you're crazy. They want to treat you like, that's you over there and this is us over here. Right? Because you're set apart regardless. But people do this because they don't want you to find out who you really are. If they can keep you in that low vibration or energy with them, that's what they'll do. That's what they'll do. They'll work overtime to make sure you know that they don't like you. They will work overtime to make sure you know that they intentionally leave you out. They will work overtime to invite everybody around you, and knowing you are in the midst of the people they're inviting, they will intentionally not invite you. They will intentionally not include you. Just you. They'll go around everyone else. But when it comes to you, they want to include you. They want to invite you. Because they want to create a narrative that is not there. They want to create a narrative that says, no, it's you when it's them. Right? They recruit everybody who are they recruit the weak-minded. They recruit the weak-minded to come up against you for no reason at all. They recruit the weak-minded, the group thinkers. They can't think on their own, right? They recruit people who are codependent. They recruit people that need other people to be somebody, right? You got people. You ever been around, like when you were a child and growing up in the hood? You have people that are scared, right? You have people that are scared. You have people that are scary. They won't say anything. But when they get with a group of people, they become this total different person because they're with a group. But by themselves, they're weak. By themselves, they're weak. They won't come talk to you one-on-one. They're afraid to talk to you one-on-one. They're afraid to address the issues with you one-on-one. But when they have their group, oh, they big and bad. They are roaring like a lion. They roar. The deceptive, the weak-minded, the wicked. I'm going to put that in there. They like to recruit other people just to come up against you because they want to make you seem like you're the problem. They want to make it seem like, and this is where the misunderstanding come in, right? They want to misunderstand you. They want to make it seem like you're the crazy one. Because for some reason, people seem to think because if there's the majority, that means that you're right. But the majority could be dead wrong, as we would say in the hood. Dead wrong. Just because there are a lot of people or a lot of people saying the same thing, it still could be a lie. You still could be wrong. Because, see, the chosen ones, we can stand by ourselves. We can fight by ourselves because it's us and God. It's always been us and God to fight against people. Everybody else. Have you ever noticed, chosen one? Let me tell y'all. Everyone else could do wicked stuff. Like the people who hate your guts, the people who are against you, the people who are always coming up against you. People could talk to them any kind of way. People could dog them out. People could take from them, steal from them. Do all manners of evil to them. Yell at them. Treat them bad. Do everything to them. And have you noticed they are still connected to those people? They are still connected to those people. But let you do any small thing. You can do something so minute, and they'll act as if the world is ending. They will act as if the world is ending. Because it is for them. When the chosen ones speak, people listen. When we speak, something is said. Everybody wants to always solicit what you got to say about it. Let me go see what she got to say. Let me ask such and such what she got to say. This is when you exercise your silence. You let them know I don't have nothing to say about it. When you're quiet, when you don't give your solicited opinion or advice, all hell breaks loose because they want to know what you got to say as the chosen one. Why you're quiet about it? Why she didn't say nothing about it? If I haven't learned anything in life, how much I talk a lot. You hear me? I don't sit and gossip, right? I don't sit and gossip, but I like to talk. I talk a lot. As you all could see with all these videos on here, over I don't know how many videos I got on here. I don't count. I lost count. But if I haven't learned anything, I've learned to be quiet. Because people are always looking for what the chosen one has to say. They're always wanting to know what you got to say. Everybody else could live their life how they see fit. They can do all manners of evil. They could talk about all manners of, they could talk about all manners of evil. They could participate in all manners of evil. They can watch all manners of evil. But when the chosen ones come around, when they just operate and being themselves, it's a problem. People just seem to have a problem with the chosen just being themselves. And they're always trying to change us. They're always trying to provoke us. Always trying to change us to get us to do something that we don't feel good about doing. They're always trying to get us to be someone we're not. Act in a way that, we just can't be fake. If you are silly and playful, they want you to be all serious and stoic and just robotic. People are always trying to manipulate and change the energy in our atmosphere when we come around. They try to control us with their emotions, and we could pick up on it. We pick up on that foolishness. Be like, you're not going to change, make me be quiet when I want to speak. You're not going to silence me. They always want to shift the energy, shift the room, shift the energy in the room. That's manipulation. Every time I see this foolishness, I push back or just get from around them. I don't participate unless I have to be in that situation, but I don't participate. Excuse me. I don't participate. Because these people have no self-control. They want to try to control everyone else. Control how other people act towards you. That's another thing. This is the wickedness that they do. They want to be the center of attention. So they'll try to draw everybody to them. They'll try to draw everybody to them. They don't want nobody paying you no attention. They don't want people talking to you because you just naturally draw people. When they come in the room, they want to, oh, look at this. Oh, did you hear about such and such? They want to change the conversation. Because you are natural. You don't have to say anything and you're going to draw attention. And you're not going in there to draw the attention. It's just natural. Your face is pleasant. You got a pleasant face. You got an approachable face. You have an approachable demeanor. Strangers speak to me all the time. No matter where I go, somebody's going to speak to me. And I'm going to speak to people. I mean, no matter where I go, I don't care if I'm dazed. It's just like people speak. They just speak. Hello, how are you doing? It's a natural thing. That's just the energy that I carry. That's the energy that you all carry. You don't have to do much. Sometimes when you're with people, sometimes they try to do the most to be seen. And you're like, okay, they can have that. Okay. Because yours is a natural. When it's not natural, you have to go out of your way. You have to do the most. They have to do the most. Excuse me. So that's what I want to come tell you. People, they intentionally want to misunderstand you. Stop being afraid of losing people. No, you cannot live in the world by yourself. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you just walk around here not being friends with no one, not wanting relationships. And no, those relationships are important. Friendships are important. Godly relationships, marriages are important. I'm not that type of person to be against all of that. But you have to build a solid circle of people where they know where you stand and you know where you stand with them. Because we're not built and made to be in the world alone. But you're not built to be disrespected. You're not built to be abused in any form by anyone. You got to remember, if people don't want to respect you, let them go. And I don't care who it is. If they don't want to respect you, let them go. So you can be at peace in your life and you can focus on what it is you need to focus on. And be okay with that. People who have a hard time letting people go, regardless of how they're being treated, they have childhood issues that they have not dealt with. They have abandonment wounds that they have not dealt with. They have no self-love. Excuse me. They have no self-love. That is the only way that a person would subject themselves to abuse. Year after year after year after year after year. That is the only way a person could sit and let a person abuse them, misuse them. Don't treat them right. Treat everybody else right but you. And this is what's driving some of you all crazy. Some of you all are in abusive relationships where they can be nice to everyone else. And this is how they make you feel that something is wrong with you when it's them. Because if you could see that they treat everyone else right, they are kind to everyone else, but you, that's a problem. That is a problem. Either you're going to sit and accept them doing it to you, or you're going to move them out of your way. You have a choice to make. And that's why, that's how come people are confused, because they know how to treat everyone right, who they don't have a problem against, who they don't feel like they're threatened by, who they feel like they can control. They don't have a problem with those people. But they have a problem with the ones who can see through their BS, the ones who can see through straight through their evil soul. They have a problem against you, chosen one. You can see spiritually what everybody else can't see. You can see when they come bearing gifts, and the gifts are attached to you owe me. You can see when people are giving you things as a down payment, and you say you reject it because you don't want that, you don't want to be held, you don't want to be held to what you don't want to be held to that payment, because you know they're going to come and reap. That's just like the devil. That's just like Satan. Satan, he'll give you exactly what you want. He'll give you that man. He'll give you them children. Yes, he will. He'll give you different things. But you best believe he gonna come reap. He gonna come collect on everything he gave you. Anything he give you, oh, he's coming to collect on that. You best believe. He's coming to collect. He is coming to collect. And that's what people do. When they see you can see straight through them, oh, they're gonna make sure you gonna be the one that they gonna stamp as crazy. You are going to be the one that they gonna lie on, slander, and make everybody look at you weird. But you have to know who you are. You have to have confidence enough to know who you are. And let the lies fly. And let the slander do what it does. Because they're going to make you out to be the villain, the evil one, because you didn't bow to them. You didn't bow to their requests. You can see straight through them. Now you the evil one. Any little misunderstanding or mishaps with anybody, they're gonna take it and magnify it. But you got to stand on truth. And that means if you got to lose everybody, right? That means if you have to lose everyone that wants to eat up their foolishness and lies, let it be. Let it be. Let it be. I used to be so afraid. I tell y'all this all the time. I used to be so afraid to lose the people. I be like, ooh, I used to take so much. I used to take so much crap from people. I used to take some crap. You hear me? Because I didn't want to lose people. And in my little broken mind, I already lost them in the first place. If you got to think, and see, we don't think about this stuff. We don't use our common sense when we're broken. When we're broken and don't know who we are. If you think in your mind for one split second that you're going to lose somebody because you tell them what they're doing is hurting you, What they're doing doesn't make you feel good. What they're doing is a form of disrespect. If you are afraid to lose them and you think in your mind, I know if I tell them this, they're going to be mad, you've already lost. You have already lost, my dear. That relationship is already destroyed. It's already destroyed. And I'm so glad I went through that. I'm not going to sit and say I'm saddened and I'm hurt, and I'm glad I experienced that when I was younger. Because now that I'm seasoned and I'm in the second part of my life, I want my life to count. I want to leave a legacy. Not even for my children. I want to leave a legacy for myself. I want my life to count. Because the legacy you want to leave is a legacy that your children didn't have to experience. Some of your children didn't have to experience the hardships that you did because you made a better life for them. And that's why they're not going to understand your legacy. They can't comprehend what you've gone through. They don't even know all what you've gone through. They didn't have to experience the struggles you did. Grow up around in the messed up environments you did. Being around some of the messed up, vindictive, evil family like you did. They didn't have to experience that. They didn't have to go through abuse. They didn't have to watch aunts and uncles battle mental illness. They didn't have to grow up walking through, crack-infested streets and all this foolishness. Your world and your children's world are two different worlds. Although they're going to have their struggles, but they didn't have to experience what you did. Your legacy is part of what you've experienced in life. Your children didn't have to go through that. And that's how it's supposed to be. You're breaking cycles. You're breaking curses. Your children didn't have to grow up around, some of them, not all, didn't have to grow up around division in the family, secrecies, lies. They didn't have to grow up around a lot of this toxicity that shapes your view on the world, shapes your view on people. They didn't have to grow up quick before their time. They're in their teens and they're taking on responsibilities as if they're in their 20s and 30s. They were able to enjoy their childhood and be teenagers and not grow up so quick. So therefore, they're not going to understand your legacy. Dr. King's children, they didn't understand his fight. They got to live through it. They got to benefit from it. But they didn't experience what he had to go through, his mindset. They're reaping the benefits from it. We all are. People could tell them, but they're not. They were not him. They were not in his shoes. They were not in his environment. They were not in his time. None of that. I hope my phone don't go out because I'm already past 30 minutes. But there was a lot of things I had to reckon with within myself, which means the legacy that I want to leave, I got to do that for me. And that's not in a selfish way, because if you understand what I'm saying, you'll get what I'm saying. That's not in a selfish way. Because it's impossible for my kids to get on this fight with me when they didn't have to go through what I went through. It's impossible for them to be as passionate as I am because they didn't have to go through what I went through. And we can't get mad at our children for that. I don't want them to pick up this fight. That's why I'm here fighting. I'm here fighting because I don't want them to fight. Not like I have to. They got their own fight. Listen, they got their own stuff they got to deal with in this new generation. They're going to have to equip themselves to fight their own fight. But I really can't see the comments. The sun is shining on my phone, so I really can't see. I have to go back. But yeah, your legacy is not your children's legacy. It's not. It's not. We try to force it on them. It's not. This is why if you don't teach your children, if you don't bring your children up, understanding money, and if you try to leave them money, they'll run right through it. They will run through the money you leave them because, one, they didn't have to work as hard to get it. Two, it was left for them, so they're not going to appreciate it how you would appreciate it, right? And that's just how it is. If you don't teach them to value money and the importance of valuing resources, they'll run right through their money. I've seen it. Parents leave their children money. They going out, splurging, doing all kind of crazy stuff. I've had money and ran through it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you all and be hypocritical. My dad left me some money at one time when I was younger and ran right through it out of ignorance. Ran right through it because I didn't have the knowledge and the wisdom. But I learned my lesson. I bet now another, as we would say, I bet now another daddy better not leave me no money. Let somebody else leave me an inheritance. Leave me some money and watch what I do. Watch what I do. Because we don't be knowing. Young, that's what we say, young and dumb. Had no financial wisdom. No understanding of stewardship. None of it. None of it. Oh, but I bet now. Oh, I bet you. Now. I'll do right by it. Because I had to get the knowledge. I had to get the wisdom, the understanding. Get the understanding. And that's what you know. Mama Tia, you know who would do right with the money. You know who, God put on your heart to leave money to. And some people, you know, even in their death, they still try to be vindictive and try to control their children, you know, with their wills and policies, insurance policies and stuff. But you know in your heart, long as you know in your heart, you're doing the right thing. That's how it goes. And you're not being manipulative. You leave it to who you know is going to do right. Leave it to who you know is going to do right with it. But that's what I want to come talk to you all about. That's just what I wanted to come talk to you all about. No, we talked about other stuff as usual. But don't get so caught up. You got to, once you learn who you are and you do that self-development, like I was listening to my girl, Latoya Kia. She was talking about personal development is key. Once you start personally developing yourself, you will discover things about yourself that you didn't know. Things about yourself that were hidden. You will discover those things. And it will make you a better person. It'll be easier to let go of people. It'll be easier to be able to be by yourself. It'll be easier for you to be able to go find new friendships and you know, develop new relationships. It'll be easier. And those relationships will be quality relationships. Because what I've noticed, people who are building things and people who are personally developing, they don't have time for gossip. They want to enjoy life. They want to enjoy life. They want to enjoy the fat grapes, the good of the land. They just want to enjoy things. They don't have time to be gossiping and worrying about what this family member doing, that family member doing. They want to be focused on enjoying life and having a good time, building, creating wealth, talking about ideas, talking about growing their businesses, and building and developing relationships with people they can call and share their exciting news with. You don't want to be talking to no hater. You calling somebody, oh, you know, girl, guess what? I just got this business idea. You know, what you think about it? Oh, child, girl, I don't know. Change the whole conversation. Oh, girl, at work, let me tell you what happened. They don't shut your excitement down because they're jealous and hateful. They don't shut your excitement down. You don't want people around like that. You want people around where you know you can pick up the phone and say, you know, such and such and such and such. And they're happy for you. Not you pick up the phone. Oh, no, I can't call them. Anybody where you got to hesitate to share your good news, you need to stop talking to them. Anybody who call you and you look at your phone and you don't want to answer your phone because whatever reason they drive your blood pressure up or you don't feel good, stop talking to them. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting time. But that's what I want to come talk to you all about. You know, I can go. I gotta go. So I can talk all day. But I wanted to come share that message with you all. I think that's it. Just that message. I don't have anything special to say. Just that message. Go back, start from the beginning. And I hope this message blesses you all. And be blessed. Have a good day.